head until Bob tells me to stop. So, I heard a hilarious analysis of Terminator. So, why would a future AI, futuristic AI, build a robotic android and send him back into the future and make him speak English as a second language? I thought that was the most amazing, like small plot oversight like I've ever heard. Usually those kinds of plot holes are stupid, but I just where it's like a movie's a movie, guys. Come on. But I love the idea that there's an AI that sent back Arnold Schwarzenegger at times, like, but maybe he would be less threatening if he had a goofy Austrian accent.
Well, maybe all they had left was the German tapes or whatever.
Yeah. All that was left after the war.
German translation tape.
Yeah, it's just German techno. Right. Or it's like, what's that play where it's a post-apocalyptic society, and the only thing they have left are reruns of The Simpsons. It's something. I feel like it's something Mr. Burns, but it would kind of be the same thing where like all they have left at the world ends and all they have left after is just like German techno, or just like
oh my god,
just 100 discs of super niche German pop music.
Yeah, it's the hipsters' hideaway.
yeah. And a bunch of IPAs.
Mr. Burns, a post-electric play.
Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. Yeah, MCC did a version of that. I saw it a while ago when I was a student and worked at the school paper at MCC. It's a good play. It's a cute little play.
And
You can find it on Wikipedia.
You can find it on the Wikipedia.
You find it on Amazon or Netflix or someplace.
You can probably find a stream of it somewhere. I know the national theater companies, they have a lot of streams available up now. Like they have like their own streaming services, and they'll do like live streams of plays, which is kind of cool. I think it kind of ruins the whole idea of a play.
Well, I guess I don't know. Part of depends on if it's like a static shot from you in the audience and like.
Yeah, someone's head just like slightly in your field of view the whole time. That would actually be amazing, like a VR experience where someone's always slightly in your way.
yeah, I had that in real life at the Hollywood Bowl a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
She was dancing around. I'm like, I came here to see the Pet Shop Boys in New Order. Instead, I see you doing your Dahmer dance, like this back and forth.
Doing the Dahmer shuffle.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just get out of the way. I didn't pay to see you. And because he was 2 rows down, the people in front of him kept asking him to stop. It's like, I don't have anywhere else that I can dance. It's like, you jerk. This is the Hollywood Bowl. People pay $200 a ticket and stuff like that, not for you to be dancing in front of them.
I assume they have a home.
Right.
So they do have other places to dance.
Yeah, there's places you can dance around in the big walkways or, near the bathrooms or wherever the hell you want, but you're not in front of where the people are trying to see the show.
Or festival etiquette, as many of you I'm sure know. You move towards the sides to the back, and you get your whole little circle, and everybody dodges your circle. But you don't go and ride the rails and then expect to have enough space to do the robot. I think that's just normal show etiquette to most people. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that, 100%. Poetry in 2022. What is it?
There's not much left of it.
Yeah, I know. That's a problem. I think that's why I keep going into weirder and weirder spaces. Because, I don't know. There's no, successful modern poet to even, imitate or to try to follow the success of, if that makes any sense. So, might as well just throw shit at the wall. See what sticks. Something's got to stick. I don't know. Nobody else has any better ideas. It doesn't seem. I don't know.
Well, no, that's a really good point. I mean, who's the outstanding modern poet that anyone could actually name? People knew who Robert Frost was.
I don't think we've had a poet that's been in the American zeitgeist that wasn't a children's poet in a long time.
Got a good point. I mean, Shel Silverstein, even though technically he wasn't just necessarily a children's poet, he just wrote a lot of children's poetry.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be reductive towards Shel Silverstein. I love Shel Silverstein, but I think that's a slightly different space than adult poetry. Because I think for some reason, once we get into adulthood, that wanting to be challenged kind of drops off. And poetry is inherently challenging. Even when it's talking about something beautiful, it's often asking you to like, look at the beauty, look at it. You know, it's inherently a challenging medium. And I think in the world of, you know, in the 15-second TikTok, swipe as you go by kind of post-Tinder world, I don't know if there's much interest in being challenged in our free time. I think that's part of the reason why poetry is struggling.
It's heavy, man.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's just like it is kind of harder. And the thing that it derailed a lot of stuff a long time ago was So I Married an Axe Murderer, because everyone thought the Mike Myers act was what poetry was like. It's like, no, it's nothing like that.
Yeah.
So, because I used to try to get people to come to poetry readings before I completely gave up. And they would always quote that movie. And it's like, no, there's nothing like that. There's, cellos. There's, not somebody doing that stuff on a stage. It's just people reading their stuff.
Yeah. It's interesting how quickly poetry became a joke in the modern American consciousness. And I don't know where, when, or why it happened. Just seemed to have happened. Because that's even happened recently. 21 Jump Street with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill also has a scene in it where they kind of poke fun at slam poetry. But it's a lot of the same jokes, where except instead of a cello, he hits the bongo drums. So the joke has kind of grown up a little bit, and it's advanced a little bit with time. But the joke is kind of still the same. And I don't think poetry has been able to change its reputation from being this like oddly challenging but like somewhat corny medium. And it's really struggling to pull itself out of that.
All right. Well, let's get to work on that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Tune
struggle.
in December.
2023, we got to have one poet that everyone understands and knows.
Yeah, without being reductive and just writing like motivational quote-gram posts. Because that's also not poetry, people.
It's probably where they all went.
Yeah, it is where they all went. Well, it's where all the people who used to read poetry now get their serotonin from. So, if poetry was something that you used to engage with and you used to really like, I'm not sure that those readers even really get down to poetry as often as they used to. Because there's so many other things that fulfill that artistic niche along the way that aren't challenging. Like you can get flowery language and reassurance a lot of different places that aren't going to directly challenge you. So
There it is. All right, let's wrap this one up.
I'm such a depressing person. I'm so sorry. All right, well, we're going to close this one up for the day. Hopefully you guys will come by next time, listen to Patrick and I talk about random stuff, read poems, have a good time. Thank you again for listening to this edition of the Brick Cave Podcast. Anytime you want to hear us, just join us online at brickcavepodcast.com. Our Brick Cave Book Club members can enjoy extra episodes and other great advantages such as free books, including Corporate Boilerplate Vinegar by Patrick Hare and My Identity as a Stereotypical Side Character by Marcus S. Campbell. Details on the Brick Cave Book Club are on the Brick Cave website, brickcave.media. Thank you again, everyone, for listening, and we'll drop in again soon. See you at the Mesa Book Festival.
Or Tucson.
Bye.
Yes. Goodbye, everybody.